In this video, I want to share with you, the aspect that many people want to migrate to a different country, and they're hoping for a better quality of life, a better lifestyle, better future, better opportunities. However, sometimes when I talk to people, people who take my services, they speak to me, they want my opinion, they want me to evaluate them and give them an independent, evaluation. Sometimes I discourage people from migrating. And in this video, I'll try to summarize why. See, let's understand one thing. Why do people migrate? People migrate because they want a better life. Okay. For example, I'm just giving an example, like Indians, because majority of the people who approach me are Indians. Let's say India is overcrowded, India is overpopulation. You pay taxes, but you don't see the benefits. Then you get, you can take the problems like pollution. It's overcrowded. You earn not very high salaries. Okay, so these are the standard reasons why people like to migrate. But now the thing is, if you migrate, okay, the first question is, which country are you planning to migrate? That's the first question normally I ask them. The second one that I ask them is, what is your age? Okay, you want to go to any country, what is your age? And always keep this in mind, the older you are, the more difficult it is to settle down. Okay? It becomes a challenge, yeah. Like someone in his 20s, or someone who's 16 years old, or 20 years old, if he migrates, he's still young. He'll still adopt, change. He has plenty of years left, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, say 40 years. But if you're already in your 40s and now you're planning to migrate, you have just 20 years, and out of the 20 years, the first 5 years will be, trying to get your citizenship, passport. And only after you get your passport, do you actually be considered for all the benefits. But by the time you're 45, you're 50, then, just imagine if you're going to you have a business, you're planning to employ someone for a junior level position. Do you prefer someone in your 20s, or do you prefer someone in his 50s or 60s? See, the older you are, the less flexible you are. Like, for example, me, today at the age of 46, I'm not very flexible on a lot of things. I know very clearly what I want. When I was 20, okay, I can take whatever. I don't have an ego, carefree. All right, the next point. Just imagine that you have a spouse, you have children, you have your family members to take care of. Okay? You have all those responsibilities, and then you migrate. Now, when you migrate, as it is, you'll have the headache of trying to settle down, trying to get a job, trying to, put a roof over your head. And then you'll have your spouse whom you'll be worried about. You'll have your children who you'll be thinking about. All those responsibilities will just increase. And on top of this, there's another challenge which people don't think about. If you are earning a very big salary or income in your home country, or whichever country you have been staying many years, once after you migrate, you'll not get that high salary. You'll not get that recognition. You'll have to start from zero, all the way from scratch. And that will be another massive challenge because, here's the thing. When you are getting a big salary, you could take care of so many other expenses and provide for so many people. And now when you reset or restart, you'll not be able to provide those same privileges and benefits, and It's a very uncomfortable situation here. And then I think here's another factor that many people don't consider. See, when you're thinking of migrating, you obviously will see YouTube videos, you'll see brochures, you will see what people are talking about. However, what you'll not see, or what you'll not hear, or what you'll not be prepared for is the challenges that come. And I can assure you this much: every individual who goes and migrates abroad will have a series of challenges which they have not prepared for, which they have not thought about, or which they do not know. Everybody has challenges. And the challenges can be, example, a simple one, just the convenience for transportation. The second one can be the weather. Maybe the weather is so different that it impacts your health. Maybe it'll be, some legal paperwork. Maybe you didn't consider, okay, you can't work for different companies. You can work only for a particular company, or you can work only within this state. The challenges that I speak to people are so many, it is not even, funny sometimes. And then I think another area that people are not very, prepared for is when you go into a new country, there are new cultures, new traditions, new behavior patterns. It becomes very hard to adjust, yeah. And you end up being very lonely, very alone. Like, for example, let's say you migrated to a new country. Even your own, let's say you have an Indian community there. You're an Indian and you go and there are Indians there. I don't think they are dying to interact with you unless they are some charity or voluntary organization. They're not too bothered. They have their own headaches. And maybe if they would want to network, they would want to network with someone higher above or more successful, not someone who's just coming to start his life and is struggling. And that proves to be another massive challenge that people have. And then finally, I think the last bit is the fact that once you migrate abroad, stress can be a real killer. Boredom can be a real killer. Lack of opportunities can be very devastating. And here's one final thing I think people don't think about. What if after you migrate, you realize, sheesh man, this is not what I wanted, or this is not the kind of life I was expecting, or you just, realize, man, before at least I had a life, now I don't have anything. What do you do then? See, if you're in your 20s, you can, like I told you, you have 40 years left. You can make plenty of changes. But as you grow older, you can only take one or two very big major risks. And you can't take those risks ever again. And then what do you do? How do you manage? So, see, I'm not trying to discourage you or trying to make you feel scared or afraid. Rather, what I'm trying to tell you is there's so much more to life than just a quick fix solution or the assumption that you know everything. Even today, in the day and age of YouTube or social media or Facebook groups where you can ask information and all, unless you get a proper professional, someone who has your best interest in mind, someone who speaks to you on the harsh reality, don't make a life-changing decision. Like I'll tell you, even in Facebook. Now, see, I'm in Thailand. I don't participate or comment, but I definitely read. I'll tell you, there are so many people who ask, okay, I'm planning to come to Thailand. I'm planning to retire in Thailand. What do I need to consider? What do I need? People will just give random advice here and there and talk about so many things, but nobody is talking about what is really required. In fact, the worst part is you get people talking absolute nonsense. And And these people just, because they wanted to save money, they thought I'll ask random people their opinion. They make the life-changing decision of migrating here, only to realize, sheesh, man, this is not what I thought, or this is not what I expected. Okay, if you have lots of money, like I tell people, you have money, you don't need to worry about anything. But if you are living hand to mouth, making big decisions will destroy your life. And I see so many making, like I'll just give you an example, like many retirees, many people who retired come to Thailand and say, oh, I've come down, I'm here to make new friends, I purchased this new bar. Oh, you'll lose all your money. I purchased this new bar. You're stupid if you do that. Oh, I purchased this new business. Or I've fallen in love with this 20-something-year-old, a 60-year-old guy. I've fallen in love with her. I love her very much. We have bought this house. Oh, man. We see this happening every day. Huh? This is not something that happens once in a blue moon. Oh, I've invested money here. I've purchased business there. I've settled down here. My family has just come from here. You can make out where you know for a fact that this guy is going to be bankrupt or destroyed. Everything. It's like, to give you an idea, wherever you're staying, imagine one guy just comes down where you're staying and suddenly opens up a very big business. Okay, say a supermarket or a bar or something, without consulting anyone. I'm very sure you know more than that guy, right? Because you stay there. So, well, what to do? They thought they know too much. They thought they're very smart. They thought they can reinvent the wheel. See, bottom line, I'll tell you this. I talk, I chat, I speak to people one-to-one every day, almost every day. And I don't read only what goes in the media or what they show on YouTube or what people advertise. I speak to the person at the ground level and I understand their challenges. And I can tell you this much, life is hard. Life is tough. I'm not saying that you will not succeed, but successes will be very tiny. Failures also will be many. But it's going to be a very rough ride. And in my limited experience, I would say the time frame that it will take someone is at least 10 years. Unless, of course, you're someone very lucky, who got a good job, good employer, breakthrough, or otherwise it's going to be tough. Anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you agree, disagree? And yeah, tell me if I missed out on any points. Love to hear from you. You guys take care. This is me signing off.